Stephen Bridy, Commissioner.
There was a conversation about asking the Bar Association, one of their committees, to do something. What do you want the Bar Association to do?
Nothing in particular, but because they had already reached out to the Ethics Commission. And what the Ethics Commission does is it looks at the role of the commissioner as opposed to any other roles and whether there may be a conflict or not. What the Bar Association standard of law practice does is they look at you first as a lawyer, as an attorney, and then any other interactions you have that can create a conflict. So they look at it from both sides. So that was just my point, in that because they is compensated by Point Township of course was even in Independence, I don't want there to be any conflict of interest. If he had to abstain or what have you for a vote from that, then I would understand he would probably recuse himself from that vote.
Do you think there's a conflict between Rick Shoch being a commissioner and being a solicitor for Point Township?
It's a real fine line. It's very similar to how they've said at CEDACOG with Pat Mack and with us. Now, would I ever tell Pat Mack the way to vote on anything? Absolutely not. But do I have the ability to do so? Sure. And it's the same thing that I see there. I mean, when we pass any type of resolution or any motion that affects the entire county, if his representation is of Point Township, there could be a conflict there.
And your view is, under certain circumstances,
we should
would be there?
Oh, absolutely. Especially if it was something that we actually singled out Point Township.
What's an example?
For instance, I know in years past they wanted a piece of land that connected, Point Township with the river. That's something that, of course, he could not vote on, and I know he knows that he wouldn't do so. So, just small things like that. But I take it even a step further. I just don't want us to get in trouble as a Board of Commissioners. That's really the only reason I brought that.
Well, real quick, one of the things that Stephen Bridy's interested in is making sure there's no conflict of interest with you being a solicitor in Point Township and a commissioner. What's your view on the idea that the Bar Association should look into this?
He is free to request whatever he wants from the Bar Association. I don't even know that this is the type of thing that the Bar Association actually gets involved in as opposed to other entities. But again, this was thoroughly looked into before I agreed to, or before I got into the race, and confirmed again immediately after the election. I guess it's more of the bread and circuses, in my opinion, that falls right into that same line of tactics. It won't be the first time that someone tried to, or wanted to look into things to exert pressure because I stood up and did.
And there is some tension between Rick Shoch and Stephen Bridy, the two Northumberland County Commissioners now. So what we did was we talked to Stephen Bridy about the fact that he is interested in making sure that there's no conflict of interest when Rick Shoch is serving as a commissioner versus when he is serving as the Point Township solicitor. And as you heard Stephen say, that there is going to be some opportunity when that conflict will be there. His view is that Rick Shoch will just abstain from those views. But on the other hand, there's a tension between them as a result of this ouster of Rick as the chairman. So this ongoing tension is the reason he wants the Bar Association to look into it. He's also asked the Ethics Commission to look into it. And so this is scrutiny. It probably won't come out to result in anything, but it just is indicative of the fact that they're not getting along that well. They're going to have to work together 3 more years of this, so we'll see how that shakes out.